What's up, guys? Good morning. Another day, another dollar. Today's a video that I don't know. I know people wanted, but I always kind of used to not really talk about it. But now that I'm older, I don't really care as much. It's about fraternities in college and like whether or not you should kind of like think about joining or something like that. And I will say that it really just depends on your school, at the end of the day. I mean, like, I joined a fraternity. Originally, my reasoning was the downtown bar scene was extremely strict on fake IDs. And on top of that, all my friends, back home, we all went our separate ways. A bunch went to FSU in Arizona, like the bigger Greek life schools. A lot of them went, around where I go. Some went far, and we all joined fraternities. Main reason I joined was when I was younger, like when I first got to college. And my 22nd birthday is on Tuesday, so like in the span of college, I'm not old, but like in the college realm, I'm fucking old. I'm like an old head, dude. I'm like that guy that's been around like too long. But originally I joined because the bars were extremely strict on fake IDs. And I got to college during COVID year, right? So I would go to these bars because I didn't know shit about like Greek life or anything like that. And I would go to these bars and it was fine because like they had no business. So like my fake ID worked. And then later on, like it stopped working. So like if I wanted to go out and have fun, I really couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like, to go to like the parties and stuff, you have to either be in the fraternity throwing the party or like be invited by someone, because they just kick dudes out, and people don't understand that. But it's because like one, liability of like someone that they don't know is there and like fucking molests a girl, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones who I guess take the blame for that, as well as like anything violent, any damage. Like it's just a liability to have people you don't know there. And everyone's always like, why do the fraternities kick people out? It's a liability issue, So I was like, fuck it. So I went out and I rushed, got a couple bids, and this is all before social media stuff. And, went through the whole pledging thing. And, I think, but I think it really just depends on your school. Like, I mean, if I'd gone to like UMD, like Maryland, I probably would have considered not joining, because like I think they just like abolished Greek life or some shit like that, because like no one does that kind of shit anyway, because like it's all just about downtown, so like it's bars and clubs and stuff. But you go somewhere like JMU, right, and their downtown fucking blows dick. I mean, you really don't have any choice. You kind of just like, if you want to have a social life that's like fun and not just like apartment party kickbacks, yeah, you gotta go join. One of the arguments that people make is like, oh, you're paying for friends, blah, 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 it's exclusive and shit. I think that's coping, I don't really think, you gotta know exactly what you're paying for. You're not just like paying for no reason for like shit like that. I mean, all that money goes towards like throwing cool events, philanthropy, shit like that. But like that money's not just being thrown away. Plus you get like a huge networking thing. I met my best friends ever through fraternity related shit. So, and I had a great fucking time, I'll tell you that. You meet a lot more people, you get to go to cool shit. I think it's there's definitely ups and downs, but I think overall, like, it's a great decision networking wise. And if you don't get a bid, you don't get a bid, like, probably just, I don't know. But so like, if you don't know how the process works, right, you gotta basically get bids. So you go out to rush events, you meet brothers, right, and there's a lot of brothers, and I guess like, I don't know, I'm 100-something brothers, and they're meeting all these like new incoming freshmen, and it's like, all right, well, this guy was cool, like we'll invite him back. And then there's like a closed rush where they just invite back the people that they fucked with in the closed rush. you know. So that, and then after that there's like interviews, and then after the interviews, I think, I don't know, depending on your school, they'll give out somewhere between like 15 and like 50 bids. Probably get a pledge class of like 32 or something. 30. Some bigger schools get like 40. I know my boy at Arizona had a really big pledge class. Same with FSU, and you get those giant fucking houses. I mean, but your dues also depend on like the school. So like the more crazy shit you have at your school, obviously the higher dues are gonna be, you know. So, you know, and I think in the beginning when you're younger, you kind of get like absorbed in that kind of stuff, like the parties and everything. You can definitely like fuck up your school. But I mean, I guess another big part of that is learning about balance, you know, like when you have the option to do a lot of fun things and still choosing to get your work done. I mean, that's a skill that you're going to kind of need, you know, self-control. But I mean, when you're a senior, 5th year, I mean, depending on your school, I mean, the reason I don't really participate as much anymore is because, like, you know, I had a girlfriend, like halfway through, you know, and then so I wasn't really going to parties trying to meet girls, you know. Plus, as I was getting older, you know, it's like let's say I'm a senior, and then I go to these parties or something, and it's a lot of sophomores, you know. Then it's kind of like, all right, I'm like old as shit here. So that's why I'm a bar guy now. So like I just go to the bars. But you know, I think yeah, I mean, I know sorority, dude. I watched that fucking Alabama thing. And it was really fun watching, because I have a couple friends in sororities over at Alabama, and watching the rush process. I mean, down south it's a lot different. It's a lot more hardcore, you know, the whole Greek life thing. So, you know, there's all that. Yeah, I think early 2000s, fraternities back in the day were definitely a little bit more, you know, fucking people getting spiked and shit. But nowadays it's like safety is number one priority. Is just creating a safe environment for people to have fun, you know. So like I would say overall, like, no one's like a fucking rapist. I mean, obviously you hear those like horror stories here and there, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea. Like, shit, I mean, I did the social media after I joined, you know, like down the line. So, you know, definitely would not have gotten a bid if I'd done horse meat going into it. People would be like, what the fuck? You know, so, but yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of like the overarching thing about it. And, you know, within the fitness space, I mean, I know a lot of people that were either in Greek life for a long time, are in it, graduated, whatever. I mean, here's the deal, bro. As you get older, though, I mean, it's cool in the beginning, as in, like, oh, look, parties, like, I get to meet girls, you know, shit like that. By the time you're a senior, dude, you're just trying to get a girl, you know, like you're done. I mean, that's not everybody, but a lot of dudes are just trying to settle down after, like, 2-3 years, you know, like, you just got it out of your system. You know, you're just trying to settle down. You're trying to be a settled down man. There's only so much hooking up and shit you can do, you know? So, and no one wants to do that shit forever. As much as they say they do. Like, look at Dan Bilzerian, bro. Like, he was all about, like, oh, I fuck like 1,000 girls a year. And I just recently saw an interview with him about how sad he is. He's, like, deeply sad because he's, like, lonely and, like, not fulfilled. So, you know, that's the lifespan of things, you know. Everything comes full circle. It's like you want to go, it's like people going to high school, like, break up with their girlfriends because they want to have like a hookup hoe phase. They have it and then realize what they had in the beginning was the correct answer the whole time. I think for some people the hookup phase is important because, like, it kind of like gets the possibility of cheating out of your system. You know, it's like if you have 0 bodies, like, you've been with the same person your whole life, a lot of people get curious and they're like, oh, what would it be like to just go, like, fuck a bunch of random people, you know? But if you already had, like, a semi-hookup phase, not saying everyone should do this, like, I'm not advising that, but I think some people, they go out and do it, right? And then, you know, they sort of, like, I don't know, they realize, they're like, oh, this fucking sucks dick, you know? Like, no, you know, it's not good. I'd rather just you know, have a wifey kind of thing. And that's kind of like the conclusion that most people come to at the end of it all, is that's what you get out of it when it comes to girls and stuff. But other than that, bro, you meet a lot of homies. Like, it's a good fucking time, dude. If you like having a good time, it just enhances your college experience, I would say. But like, if I was in Greek life down in a big school, you know, I probably never would have done social media. I probably just would have failed out of college. And honestly, I probably would have I don't know, I'd probably be in rehab right now, realistically. No, I would have just thrown my life away, because fuck it, you know, because like that shit's different. I mean, where I am, it's, you know, it's like middle of the road, you know. But like the big party schools, yeah, I probably would have been fucked. And the reason I you know, probably would have never done social media solely is because everyone thinks that shit's gay as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I joined, I didn't have any social media or anything, so, you know, it wasn't an issue. But later down the line, I mean, it's like, especially when you're starting out, dude, people look at you and you're just like, dude, you're gay as fuck. Like, what are you doing? Like, this dude's a weirdo. Why the fuck is he making videos? You know, that's the kind of thing. Like, it's just corny as shit. I mean, now, you know, in my case, now, I mean, I did it after, and like, in the beginning, it was definitely like that. People were like, all right, what the fuck are you doing? Now, no one gives a fuck, because like, it's cool. It's not cool until it's cool, kind of thing. But yeah, there's definitely a long time where everyone's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like, this is just like, you know, I mean, dude, if I had that, I definitely wouldn't have gotten in. So, you know, so that's definitely a thing. Oh, this guy has a fucking Pokemon on the side of his car. It's sick. I don't know, people wanted this video, you know. Also, I personally don't date girls in sororities. I mean, I think I explained this during the whole thing with like, you know, you have a thing with a girl, 3 other guys that you know fucked her or had a thing with her. You know, that's just not, I don't fuck with that shit at all. You know, it's like, if I catch feelings for a girl, you know, and one of my fraternity brothers is like, yo, yeah, I fucked the shit out of her like last year, then obviously I'm just not gonna be attracted to her anymore, dude. I'm not that sloppy seconds kind of motherfucker, bro. That's not me. That's not who I am. That's why I was like, that one would you rather, it was like, would you rather your girl have 50 bodies, but it's all random people you don't know, or 10 bodies and it's all of your best friends? Honestly, give me the 50, because fuck that. Every time I look at them, all of my homies, like, they fucked her. Like, nah, fuck that. You know, that's bullshit. Complete bullshit, dude. What the fuck? What's going on, dude? No one in this town can fucking drive, dude. Absolutely absurd. Yep, so that's kind of my take on it, you know. Yeah, man, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm gonna have some better YouTube videos. These are kind of low energy lately. I mean, I'm just kind of doing random shit, but yeah, man, code horsemeat on Iron Crew. All right, peace.